Hey everyone, Nicola Grace, the Mission Mentor here, the founder of Mission Mastery Academy and creator of the global social entrepreneur training, Right Mission, Right Money. So welcome to Monetize Your Mission, Leave a Legacy. And I'm going to be deep diving today into my From Purpose to Profit formula that's going to help you clarify and monetize your mission to make a big difference and more money as you build your legacy. So quickly before we start, just be sure to close down all your apps, Skype, Facebook, and so on, because this can suck up your bandwidth and that's going to affect the stream. You get blurry screen, the sound might not work or what have you. And you really want to stay focused today too, because there's obviously something that you wanted to get clarity on today, and you're only going to get that if you're actually fully paying attention and listening. And then please say hello. Don't be shy. What type of business are you? And tell me, are you in a startup or are you looking to transition? And what are you hoping to get out of today? And for those of you who are here live, be sure to stick around to the end as I'm going to give you Spotlight Your Mission intuitive mentoring and guidance. And this is an opportunity for you to really get some clarity in your situation today. And one last thing before we start, if you haven't downloaded your mission map, I'll have my team put a link in the chat box for you because we want you filling this out as we go through this presentation today. Okay, so who is this Purpose to Profit formula for? Well, you're either an entrepreneur and business owner looking for greater clarity on the deeper layers of your higher purpose and monetization model because you want to make a bigger impact, or you're looking to start up a business and you're still trying to figure out what your purpose is. Or you're in a business looking to transition into another business that's more deeply aligned to your purpose. Perhaps you've had a higher calling into a big mission. And you're in great hands today because I'm known as the expert in how to monetize your mission for world change. If you Google me, you'll see I dominate the front page of Google on that topic. I'm considered the top speaker on social entrepreneurship and the best-seller Motivational Speakers America, even though I'm a Kiwi living in Australia, just in case you were wondering where my accent's from. So let me start by asking you this. Do you really want to make a bigger difference and more money doing something that gives you that deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment? And would you like to 10 times your results just by discovering some deeper layers of that higher purpose and then integrating them into your business so you make that big impact and you get rapid growth? Because if you said yes, you're in the right place today, and this is a very good investment of your time and attention. Now, you're probably here because you're in one or two of these four situations. You're frustrated because you're sort of kind of on purpose, but not making that big impact that you want to be making, and you're probably feeling really held back by that. Or you're looking to go into business based on your purpose, but you've got no idea what that purpose is, or you have too many ideas and you're not quite sure which one you should follow, and therefore you're lacking direction. Or you're on purpose in business, heading in the right direction, and you're investing in coaching and courses, and perhaps you've done a lot and it's really been underwhelming and perhaps even led you to more confusion about what you should focus on. Or you've built a purpose-aligned business and now you feel like something new needs to be birthed and you're lacking clarity on how to make that transition. And if that's you, you might have noticed that your sales are slowing down of your current programs and products and services because the soul's really pushing you to drive you into a different direction. And the longer you hesitate taking that leap, let me tell you, the worse it can often get. So you're going to want to be listening really carefully here today. Now, you may know some of your purpose or not at all, so you have some missing pieces then that you need to discover and then put them together so you really do have that passionate business that's making that impact that you want. Now, here's some of the juicy things we're going to cover today. The 4 common problems to clarifying your direction and the details of your higher purpose, what to do to solve those problems, how I discovered we all have our own mission mojo lane and why that's really important that you find it in this increasingly competitive global market, what 6 nitty-gritty details about your purpose help you clarify where is your passion, what is the message you're here to deliver, where's the best niche for you, what is your big life mission overall and the best monetization method for all of your offers. Basically, how to put your business together so it fulfills that higher purpose and makes you money. and how to leverage your purpose in the universal laws of nature so you can stand out of the crowd, make more money with less efforting, and build a sustainable, profitable business. You're also going to learn what your biggest inner game roadblock stopping you from playing that bigger game is. Plus, at the end, for those of you who stick around for the live version of this, you're going to get even more clarity of direction because you put your hand up, I'll give you some intuitive mentoring guidance. So let's start with the 4 common problems to clarifying your direction and purpose and getting those details and why you could possibly be in the situation that you're in. Now, one of them is the cookie cutter addiction. You just want a plan to follow and get the same results as somebody else got, right? Give me cookie cutter so I don't have to figure things out. Yeah? But here's the deal. Because we're talking about a profitable, purpose-aligned business that you want to be in, we're talking about finding your unique path. Maybe you've even realized that following someone else's path to success isn't going to work for you. So you see, I've discovered that we've all got this unique mission blueprint, which is like an architectural blueprint for a building to make it strong and secure, only it's a potential pathway to your secure and fulfilling life. So that's what you want to follow because it will not only give you magnetism to rapidly grow your business, it's what you're supposed to be doing. So it carries with it mojo to be great at what you do and have people want what you're offering. So the second reason you could be in where you're at is our education system and society programming combined has done us a great disservice. It has taught us to look outside of ourselves for answers instead of inside of ourselves. It's taught us to listen to logic instead of fostering trust in our intuitive knowingness and a relationship with our all-wise and knowing soul. So when it comes to looking at setting up a business, you look to a current market, right? And the logical mind, and possibly even the past of what's available. Now that's a very dangerous position to take because we're in the midst of one of the biggest transitions in the economy we've ever had. So the future's not going to look like the past. It's not even going to look like what it looks right now. So if you're looking for all the answers in your thinking mind that you are aware of and what's out there in the market, you might not only end up being confused, but also monetizing in an area that's about to be made redundant with market changes. Now, it's not that you won't use your logical mind and you won't research the current market, but there are some other critical pieces you'll miss by taking this approach alone. And it's those missing pieces that will give you the crystal clear clarity and the magnetic alignment I'm talking about today. So when everything aligns, you create an attraction pull towards you. You attract opportunities and clients to you. And that means you're not working so hard to make sales. The third reason why you may be lacking clarity, particularly for those of you who are on purpose, is because there's a lot of noise and myths out there about what your purpose actually is. And I find most people stop searching at the top level of their purpose. I either go, oh, I know my purpose. It's to be a coach, or it's to have a business in this niche, or it's to raise the consciousness of the planet and improve people's lives. But they don't realize that there are other elements in their purpose that can fill in the gaps and will be the difference that makes a difference. There is so much missing in their understanding of their purpose that they can't get the full alignment that will give them the big results. And as you'll discover, it's those nitty-gritty details that can literally turn things around for you in a relatively quick time frame. The bottom line is you need to look under the surface. And then the fourth reason why you may lack clarity or direction, it's similar to the third one, in that you are thinking of your purpose in a superficial way or in terms of a role that you're here to do. Like, I'm here, my purpose is to be a coach or a trainer or a teacher, a product creator, business owner. Or your purpose is to raise consciousness, or you might come up with one sentence rather than having a really full, rich picture of what your purpose actually is. And I get asked this question a lot as an intuitive, can you tell me what my soul purpose is? And this tells me there has been such a good job out there on making purpose such a really superficial thing that people have actually believed it can be narrowed down to a role or a sentence. It's a very superficial way that people have been teaching purpose. But in truth, your purpose involves so many different things, and it's the detail of what you can discover about it that gives you the clarity on how to build a business that's going to make an impact and get that kind of magnetism or that manifestation of your soul's blueprint really working for you. So your purpose includes things like your gifts and your talents, what you're here to be, what being states you're here to affect in others, and what you're here to do, and the path of evolving higher purposes. As you evolve, there's a higher purpose to what it is that you've been doing. There's the soul group that you're here to serve. That's part of your purpose. The message you're here to deliver to that group. The role that you're here to play in evolution. The greater good of your existence. And life lessons and challenges all make up part of your purpose, and I'm sure there's more. But these are some of the nitty-gritty details. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this as we go through, that when you actually get them all aligned together in your business, is going to give you that magnetism that I talk about so much, and going to unleash your mojo. So if you have a look at Naina, this is a great case study of somebody who went through my Right Mission, Right Money mentoring program. She was a high-paid corporate lawyer in the banking industry, spent 2 years in search of her purpose, did expensive executive coaching on it, numerology, life purpose workshops. She even actually came over to Byron Bay to find herself, which is a place here in Australia that's like a mecca for people finding themselves. And she invested a lot of time and money trying to figure this out, and everybody was telling her that she's a spiritual healer. But to go from corporate lawyer in the banking industry to spiritual healer was just a big disconnect from her. And despite 2 years of doing a lot of work, she was highly confused and had no idea how to put a business together that was going to be profitable and sustainable and replace her high income. And she says about Right Mission, Right Money that she got the most specific information she could ever get hold of in relation to her life purpose and how she's meant to serve on the planet. But not only that, she was actually getting chronic fatigue from her life. And she was desperate to find that purpose because she knew she needed to get that joie de vivre, that energy back into her life. That's why she was so committed to finding the answer. And she couldn't believe it when she finally got all of those nitty-gritty pieces together. And she goes, wow, this is the business I'm supposed to have. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. She lights up. She bounces out of bed. She's highly energized, hardly sleeps these days. Now she's an author. She's out there doing really well in social media, getting that magnetic attraction of clients coming to her. She's got joint venture partners that she's working with. Things are really moving along very fast for her now that she's really got it together. Now she's really got those details. And this is what I'm talking about, fast results. And this is what's possible for you when you go beneath the surface. You get more details, more nitty-gritty details about your purpose. You learn how to align them all to put them into your business and into your offers so that you can get fast turnaround, fast results, rapid expansion, a deeper sense of purpose, a greater sense of excitement and passion for what it is that you're doing. Not to mention the huge impact that you begin to make because now you're synergizing with the greater good that you're here to deliver to this planet. The bottom line is that you need to look in the right places to find the answers that you're looking for and also look for the details. And that's your soul's mission blueprint. That's your higher intelligence that has a better view of your life than your conscious out-of-mind awareness. Now, there have been a number of pivotal moments in my life that have led me to be talking about this mission blueprint thing that we have and how to access it and how to integrate it into our business. I've been a serial entrepreneur for 30 years now. I know I sound a lot younger than I actually am, but I've had 7 businesses. I'm from New Zealand, live in Australia, and I travel the world training social entrepreneurs. I'm considered one of the top speakers in social entrepreneurship in the bestseller Motivational Speakers America. I've been in internet marketing for 20 years. I've had cancer twice and been in my current double 6-figure business as the mission mentor for 5 years now. I've consulted to thousands of business owners as an intuitive visionary and business mentor. And out of all of that, the first pivotal moment came in 2006 when I created a strategy to help $1 billion industry, the natural health industry of New Zealand, defeat hostile legislation that would effectively mean the pharmaceutical mafia would get to regulate that industry out of existence. And that strategy achieved in 6 months what the industry couldn't do in 7 years. We won, I made history, and I won an award. through that, I discovered that when we step up to do the very thing we're here to do, we have what I call mission mojo. That's extra power to create the extraordinary. And that was when I woke up to my big mission to help social entrepreneurs achieve their missions for change and get monetized properly so they could make a big difference in the world. And then the second pivotal moment came in the first few weeks of 2013 when I realized that in 2012 I had consulted with over 1,000 business owners in that 1 year alone and a few corporate executives who were wanting to transition into a social business that gave back, made an impact. Now, throughout 2012, I started seeing this holographic image of people's mission blueprint. This was like the architectural blueprint for a house, only it was the greatest potential for someone's life. I started to see how this could integrate into business. So when I saw the big picture of everyone following this mission blueprint instead of their ego or social programming or what they thought they should do to make money, I saw a peaceful transition and a joyful transition into what Eckhart Tolle says is the new earth, or the golden age of prosperity, where everyone has equal access to life, liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness and abundance. So many people preach that we've got to go through this big economic collapse in order for the new systems to occur, and I saw that we don't. If all of the entrepreneurs just created a business and careers based on this mission blueprint, this was like a divine plan of supreme intelligence of the collective spirit or universal mind for a peaceful transition into peace on earth, which is my life mission, to help bring about the conditions that create peace on earth. You'll see the peace sign and everything in my slides today. I got so passionate about wanting to get the world aligned to their mission blueprint that I spent time designing a self-discovery process to help more people discover it for themselves while I could actually see naturally as an intuitive visionary. I've developed that process. I call it my DNA of self-discovery, plus a few other processes that really help you go beyond the programming and connect with that soul's mission blueprint in a logical way rather than an airy-fairy new age way. So the process works well for both men and women or people who've never meditated before, and it never fails to bring people to the clarity of the direction that they're looking for. Now, I started testing out this process on myself, and it was here that I had another pivotal moment in my own journey. I began to see that the whole key to unlocking this magnetic power of your soul manifestation was through passionate expression. Being passionate about the way you do what you do. Specifically, I discovered we have these primary expression modalities. Now, I always knew some of my expressions were to teach and to transform. But get this, by doing my own process, I discovered some core values and passions I had no idea I even had. Specifically, I discovered that my top expression methods that were best for me to focus on vocationally were writing and speaking. And I'd been focusing in my business on visionary work and teaching, ignoring these core values and passions. So I pulled out my business plan. I started looking at how I could integrate those expressions into my business activities, what to focus on in my marketing, and I rejiggered my plan. Went for a walk on the beach. 4 hours later, I opened up my email, which is unusual because it was a Sunday, and I had an invitation to write a chapter in an international best-selling series of books and appear on the cover with Deepak Chopra. I became a 3-time international best-selling author within 6 months and broke 6 figures in under 10 months that year. I kid you not, the turnaround in my business was that fast. And as I began to take other business owners and corporate executives through the DNA of self-discovery process, find their primary expressions and unlock their mission blueprint, this theme of speed at which things turned around for people began to repeat over and over again. So Lisa Ingalls, for instance, became an overnight internet guru in her field with thousands of new followers and 2 top Google officials recognizing her guru status in under 3 weeks of implementing her primary expression modalities. So after 4 years of working with this particular process with over thousands of people now, I do see this consistent theme of magnetism and speed where things begin to turn around and come toward you to help you grow your business once you align to the core elements within this mission blueprint. So what I'm teaching you in this training today is real world proven strategies that work even though I'm integrating the spiritual principles into a business context. In fact, because I'm doing that, you can get the clarity of direction you need to rapidly grow your business. And this part's very important, by finding and following your unique pathway, no one else's. So let's get started with the 3 critical components of building a powerful business that spreads your message, grows your income, and aligns you with your true purpose and mission. And that is to align, monetize, and magnetize. So this is the purpose to profit formula I teach in my social entrepreneur training program called Right Mission, Right Money. So this formula has coaches turning their businesses around in under 3 weeks, product creators increasing their sales by 200% in 6 weeks, entrepreneurs who were trading their time for money living in a big city transition into a tropical paradise because they've been able to build leverage and a lifestyle business that makes more money and makes the big difference. Now, to get this align, monetize, magnetize formula working in your business, there are 5 steps in total, and that will bring you to the clarity of direction you're looking for, the leveraged money coming in, and the magnetism of drawing things to you instead of always having to chase opportunities, clients, and customers so much. Now, really get your head around this statistic. 90% of businesses fail to reach profit and the owners end up in debt. So that's the overwhelming majority. The failure rate stats are particularly high for women. So business fail rates have been steadily increasing since the 50s really. So we've had a business 1.0 model, I say, and it's failed the majority of us because the majority of people fail in business. So what I'm talking about today is implementing a new social business 2.0 model that will give you the added advantage of soul magnetism and congruency for a completely different market and its different set of values than we've had from the past. And I want to make sure you not only make it to that 10% who succeed in business, but you're helping me improve the success rate percentage. Now, I want you to comprehend the hugeness of the fact that old business models and old ways of marketing your business as it's been in the past, they're not going to work for you. Like they haven't been working for the majority of people anyway. So the purpose-driven social entrepreneur, the change maker messenger or transformation leader, someone transitioning into a business that makes a difference, you have a different set of values. And now 50% and growing share those values with you. And those values are people, planet, and prosperity, rather than let's just make a bunch of money, regardless of what it is to the cost of the environment or to other people. So to succeed in this new business model, you'll need a dramatically different approach and ultimately a business model that suits you and gets you in your unique mojo lane, because you're competing in an increasingly global market that is multicultural. So you have to change your approach. Now, having said there's a lot of competition out there now, life in your own mojo lane means you don't really have competition because you're focused on serving who you're really here to help with your unique skills and talents, some of which you probably haven't even acknowledged you have yet. And when you operate from this place I call Mission Mojo, doing exactly what you came here to do, delivering the exact message to the right person with the right products, services, and programs, then the congruity establishes you as a leader in your market. And that congruity also attracts the right people into your business that will help you grow it, give you the emotional rewards of making a big impact in people's lives and the world at large, and give you the fulfillment and the satisfaction that we're all in search of. Bottom line, you're making the right kind of money, doing the right kind of activities in your business that grow you, grow your income, grow others, grow the joy you have for what you do. And one of the biggest stumbling blocks I see business owners coming up against is that they don't think they've got the time or the money to invest in getting their align, monetize, magnetize model in place. So they get so caught up in just getting through the day-to-day that to make ends meet in their business, that they think that by prioritizing time and financial investment in the alignment process, it's time and money lost, and they're better off just soldiering on with what they're doing right now. because in the back of their mind they think it's either a waste of time or they don't have the time. Now, nothing can be further from the truth, because alignment and proper monetization has the ability to turn your business around in as little as 3 weeks. So take Katia, who improved her sales by 200% following my formula within the first 6 weeks of taking time to prioritize her purpose alignment and her monetization model. So consider this. If Katia had continued on her path of what she was doing in that moment, not taking any different action, just soldiering on during that 6 weeks, she would have continued to struggle financially because she was struggling for months. But instead, she made 200% more money by getting her alignment and monetization right. So if you want to make more money in the next few weeks and months, then you actually can't afford not to get this alignment and monetization piece handled first and fast. So let's look closely at how to implement the 5-step purpose to profit formula that helps you align, monetize, and magnetize. And then for those of you who are interested, I'll show you towards the end how you can take this information from interesting to lasting transformation and have me help you turbocharge your business or your business startup to get fast results and get this magnetism factor working in your business within the next 6 weeks. So the first thing we need to do is get aligned to the 6 nitty-gritty details of your purpose and your mission. That's step 1 in my formula, clarify your expansion method. So you want to expand your business, expand your impact, expand your income. Then you need to know, how do you expand the best within a working context? Now, discovering this was the big breakthrough for me, as I mentioned before. Everything turned around for me when I focused my business on my top expression of writing and then speaking. So when you discover your 5 to 8 expressions and you integrate them into your business, you not only create expansion, you're going to be tapping into your passion, and you'll have that passionate purpose factor and feeling more connected to your purpose, as well as have clear direction on what you actually need to monetize. So you can see some examples here in this slide. There are hundreds of expressions, and no 2 people have the same 5 to 8 expression clusters, as I've discovered. Now, this is super powerful and juicy, because integrating these 5 to 8 expressions into your business, i.e. you express yourself in your business and your marketing via these messages, you open up your soul magnetism. You have greater connection to purpose. You have unleashment of your passion, the ability to affect big transformation, make a big difference, tap into your mission mojo, give you clarity on how to market yourself and the best way to do social media. You'll also become more influential. And the bottom line is that you just feel happy and engaged in your business in a way you won't be if you're expressing yourself any other way. So knowing all of your expressions also gives you great focus and direction for what you're actually going to monetize for your offers. And that's a lot of clarity juice, just knowing this one nitty-gritty detail of your purpose. And there's 5 more I'm about to reveal to you. Now, you're already going to know at least 2 of your expressions. It's the ones you don't know about or are denying and not implementing that will really supercharge your business. And there's some self-discovery work that will need to be done to pull those out from you. And let's talk about magnetism for a second here. When electrons face a certain way and you have a magnet magnetizing things towards it, the same for this aspect of your purpose. You align all your primary expression modalities to face the same way. That is, you express yourself so you're fulfilling your life's mission and purpose. You create magnetism. So this is why Katia was able to increase her sales by 200% in 6 weeks. And I've had other clients like Lisa who get that really overnight or quick turnaround. They aligned their primary expressions into their business to create magnetism. So you want to implement your primary expressions into the creation and the delivery of your products and services and your marketing. The second step to the align part of your align, monetize, magnetize formula is step 2, locate your mission mojo. Now, mission mojo is a term I made up to describe the magnetic power of your soul that unleashes itself in your life when you're 100% aligned to your life's mission, doing what you really came here to do, expressing yourself and how you came here to express yourself. Now, there are 6 nitty-gritty details within your life purpose that when you know them and integrate them into your business, you'll tap into that mojo. So we talked about primary expression modalities. That's one. And the next one is your life's big mission. Now, this is the doing part of your life purpose. It's also the ripple effect you cause in the world when you fulfill your purpose. So this is different from a business mission. But when you integrate your life's mission into your business mission, you not only have mojo, you have clarity on what your greater good is and how you can communicate that to your market. And you'll also have information that can be useful in how to position and brand yourself in the market that's aligned to your soul and your purpose and puts you in that unique mojo lane. Now remember, 50% in growing of a global consumer market is saying that greater good and purpose of a company or a person that they're looking to buy from is what they're using as a barometer to go, can I trust them enough to buy from them? And the same applies to entrepreneurs. People are more discerning than ever with their money, and they want to feel like they are part of something bigger than just a money exchange. Then there's your higher purpose, and this is the higher expression of your primary expression modalities. So let's use speaking as an example again. If that's one of your expressions and you're currently speaking, but now it's time to step up to your higher purpose, it would be, well, what's the higher expression of speaking? Is it now time to speak to bigger audiences or make leveraged products or programs? What's the next step up in your speaking trajectory that makes you fulfill that higher purpose? It might even mean you need to step up to the next layer or level of your message. So we all have a message to deliver, whether you're a product creator, a service provider, or a messenger directly. And here's an example of that. This is Hayes Luggage, a company integrating their life's mission and message into their product. And I actually bought this luggage based on this because it's part of my mission to bring about peace on earth as well. So can you see how I made a buying decision based on a company's purpose and greater good message? So 50% of a growing global consumer market are also doing this. And you need to take this into consideration. So you'll want to find out these nitty-gritty details of your purpose so you can be integrating them into your business marketing, your messages, your branding, your positioning, because it's going to help you generate more sales. Now, the other nitty-gritty details of your purpose are your niche that you're here to prosper in. I call them your soul group. And those are the ones that are going to be most receptive to your message, your products, your services, and your programs. And finally, what's your focal point for your monetization that's got you in your unique mojo lane? Now, I want to go back to the niche bit because a lot of people struggle to clearly define their niche, and I have a radically different approach to niching than anyone else out there. I'd say about 90% of my new clients and participants in my programs come to me struggling to grow their business, and we find out they're in the wrong niche. 90% is a lot. Perhaps that contributes to 90% of businesses failing. This niche thing is hugely important to get right. So the niche is really the area where the number one biggest mistake entrepreneurs make that can destroy your ability to attract the right people, attract opportunities and resources to grow your business or create profit and maximize your impact. And that is defining your niche from the perspective of where you're going to make money or where you want to rescue people. And you end up targeting the wrong niche. So a mercenary approach to niching will mean you're in the niche because you'll make money, but you don't because you're a square peg in a round hole if it happens to be in conflict with your purpose. And wanting to help people actually rescue them will have you working pro bono, often because these people don't have money to pay you, and that's going to have you struggling for money. So when you approach niching from the perspective of who are you really here to serve, that will fulfill your life's mission and allow you to deliver your purposeful message to ears that want to hear it, then you have a niche you'll prosper in. And your monetization model can have a give back for a scholarship program for those who can't afford your products and services, but you'd still like to help them. So for example, in my business model, I have a B1G1 scholarship program. I give group mentorship to fledgling social entrepreneurs in economically disadvantaged communities because I want to help raise them up out of poverty and they can then help their communities up out of poverty. And I was recently in South Africa teaming up with some entrepreneurs and teachers in the townships of Soweto and Johannesburg and Imizamo Yethu in Cape Town. And I have a client, Priya, who is a graduate of my Right Mission, Right Money program, and she's also been working with me over the past year to establish her global business, helping professional Indian women find their voice and then give back by helping Indian women in poorer areas get educated, confident about expressing themselves, and raising them up out of poverty. So this is the type of give back you can do when you get your niche approach right and then your monetization model right. And my purpose to profit formula helps you do exactly that. So once you know these 6 nitty-gritty details of your purpose and you integrate them into your business, you really start to build some impact on a global scale. You'll be able to communicate to your ideal prospective clients and customers in a way that will have them self-identify you as the person they need to work with or buy from. You'll have clarity on your life's mission so you can communicate the greater good that you create in business or in the world at large. And you'll have clarity on your big why. Why are you doing what you're doing? What really motivates you? As well as your unique gifts and talents and how they should be focused in your business, in your social media and your marketing to get those fast results. And I think knowing the big difference that you make too, it gives you more confidence to step up and play a bigger game. So this purpose-aligned business model works, but there are some complexities. And before I talk about monetization, the question on your mind is no doubt, yes, but how do I find out about these? How do I find these nitty-gritty details of my mission blueprint, right? And they're great questions. But first, here's why you don't already know them with certainty and why it's difficult, but not impossible, to figure it out for yourself. The mind's not trained to listen or recognize the clues that your soul is dropping you as to which direction to go in and what you're really here to do. And most people seem to need outside help for that, or validation for what they're thinking. I mean, even I do, even though I'm an intuitive visionary. And there's also a lack of confidence and a lack of trust in our intuition. So you might second guess yourself and actually discount the intuition that you're getting. And this is one of the reasons why you do need some kind of logical process to follow and a training in how to recognize soul resonance so you can actually build confidence that you're getting the answers right. People often listen to the wrong guidance. This is really, really huge. Oh, I haven't got the word guidance on that point there. I missed that one out. People listen to the wrong. It's supposed to say, people listen to the wrong guidance. I mean, you may have had this, right? You thought you were following guidance and then you get these underwhelming results and you'll make an excuse because you'll say, oh, maybe I misunderstood the guidance, rather than go, maybe I was listening to the wrong voice, right? Most people still are wired to the past and they don't have a handle on the future, and our education system has done a great job at making sure that happens because it educates us behind the times, which is why you need to be working with visionaries and following visionaries who've got a handle on what the future is looking like. So that I'm an intuitive visionary and entrepreneur is one of the biggest reasons why people choose to work with me rather than someone else. And I, in turn, follow other futurists as well so I can keep ahead of the game and then pass that on to my clients and customers. The bottom line is the odds are against us in finding all those nitty-gritty details out for ourselves. I had to work with several people to figure this out for myself and still really didn't have the pieces together until I designed the DNA of self-discovery process that I then ran on myself. Now, why this process works is because it bypasses the outer mind. It goes directly to the soul and extracts information from your mission blueprint, the real information you need to be following, the patterns of the clues that reveal themselves, so it becomes glaringly obvious to you. And this is really important, you resonate with what you're seeing here. And I teach you how to recognize soul resonance in my program as well. Now I'll show you how you can get started on my DNA of self-discovery process towards the end today. Now it's great to be aligned to your purpose and feeling fulfilled, but if you want to be making money, you need to be properly monetized. Now I want to dive deep here in this monetize part of the purpose to profit formula, because when people say to me they're not making the big money they want, I know their monetization model isn't correctly assembled or aligned. So again, there are a couple of steps to monetizing in this 5-step formula. Step 3, establish your social business legacy model. And step 4, align your starting point to now money now. What you need to know about monetization is that it requires leverage and legacy. Otherwise, you're really only working for yourself. So leverage is where you get to serve more people by doing less work, right? And legacy, obviously, is that your message still gets out there, whether you're on vacation or even after you retire and continue on. So who wants leverage and legacy, right? Who wants to make money, whether you work, sleep, or play, from doing something that will continue to make transformation waves long after you give up working, right? Well, to get that, you're going to need a proper monetization model. So how I help clients and participants put their mission-aligned monetization model together is by aligning to certain principles or laws of nature that give us the extra leverage, the extra magnetism, and the extra help to establish our brand and authority in the marketplace. And I love this quote from Buckminster Fuller: nature is a totally efficient, self-regenerating system. If we discover the laws that govern this system and live synergistically within them, sustainability will follow and humankind will be a success. Now, I've found that when you live synergistically within these laws in your business model, you actually achieve a whole lot more with a whole lot less efforting. You're in the flow instead of swimming against the tide. So here's the monetization model I work with, called my Circle the Wagon strategy. That's aligned to several laws of nature. Septimal law, that's being the law of 7. So to maximize the leverage and magnetism of this law, you need to have at least 7 offers, products, or services. These 7 offers give you something called mass, and now that gives you gravity. So you're working with the law of gravity. I call this the law of mass attraction, because when you acquire a certain amount of mass in your marketing, you've got a lot of marketing out there that creates mass, you draw to you and you manifest. This is the law of attraction on steroids. In fact, this is actually how the law of attraction should be taught. So consider this. If you were looking at taking on a business coach to help you grow your business faster, for example, and you went to their website and they had one page on there for their coaching service with only one option or one program. And then you went to their competition and they had a book and a workshop, a few different coaching packages, an online course, a mini course, an ebook, all on the subject of building your business. Which business coach are you most likely to hire? See, you're more likely to hire the person who's got more mass, who's got more offerings, like, because there's gravity in there. They have a gravitational pull. They've got more to offer you, and they appear to know their stuff. So someone who's only offering one product or one service doesn't look so much like an expert. They don't have enough mass. So this is one way those of you who are just getting started and haven't really built their authority yet can actually give the perspective that you are the authority in this area. So in the Circle the Wagon strategy, it's going to create mass and authority for you. Now, you just can't have 7 products or services all jumbled together if you want to create authority and magnetism. At least 4 of your offers need to be highly leveraged, which means you're delivering one-to-many, you're not delivering one-on-one, and 2 of them are highly leveraged, which means you're not even delivering at all. So this is a product or a service or an online course or a training or a music album if you're a musician. So all 7 offers need to service the same niche you're here to serve, not just any niche. No switching niches halfway through your model. That will have you working way too hard. You'll be scattered and can very easily end up in overwhelm and underwhelming financial reward. So we're really talking about generating more revenue in your business, greater profits, without having to spend a lot of money marketing at the front end of your business. Now that's relative, of course, because it does take money to grow your business and get leads and customers and clients. What I'm really talking about here is increasing your profit margin. You make more profit when you build your business model according to the Circle the Wagon strategy, and you've got that 80-20 rule working for you. And I'm going to reveal another 80-20 rule a little later on. Now, this is important as it's one of the areas where people get wrong and they don't end up building that magnetism. And that is that these products and services or programs in your Circle the Wagon strategy need to have been made or created and delivered using your primary expression modalities if you want to unleash the full extent of your magnetic attractive power. Now, you don't actually have to have this alignment to make money. I'm just saying that when you do, you have the extra invisible magnetic power of your soul's mission blueprint. and that's going to take some hard work out. Now, this circle the wagon strategy is actually the first of the 3 little known secrets to a sustainable, profitable, purpose-aligned business, which is let cash flow like a waterfall. And if you want steady, stable, consistent cash flow like a waterfall, you need more than one income stream. And 7 is good because it builds mass that will help you get to that tipping point to create the waterfall flow-on effect. And it's interesting to note that a recent survey of millionaires showed that they had at least 7 income streams. Maybe they know about septimal law. So this kind of alignment in your monetization model is also going to give you the congruency effect, which is the second or third little known secret to a sustainable, profitable business. And think about this. When someone says they're a business coach and you ask them, well, how many businesses have you had? And you say, well, they haven't had any, just their coaching business. They lack congruency and you're going to trust them less and you're less likely to buy from them, right? Because what do they know about building a business? So if someone was selling a health product and they had been sick, got over it, discovered their mission was to help people from the sickness they had, created a line of products to help people and write a book, you'd feel the congruency, wouldn't you? And you're more likely to buy from them because of that congruency effect. So the congruency effect communicates to people that you're the one to buy from. You're the one for the job. You're the one. And the congruency effect carries, therefore, its own magnetism. And the circle the wagon monetization model, the way I help people put this together, it gives you that congruency effect. And you radiate out that message that you're the one to help your ideal clients and customers. So I've implemented this in my own business, and just about everyone that comes to me to do any of my premium programs actually says these very words. I resonated with you and I knew you were the one to help me get my big breakthrough. You're totally congruent with what you say and what you have experienced. Now that congruence comes because I've aligned elements of my mission blueprint to my business monetization model and people get it. And now we want your prospective clients and customers getting it, that you're the one for them, don't we? Yeah? So here's the issue you're going to have when you start putting all of this together. You've only got so many hours in the day. And if you're building all of these 7 offers all at once, you're going to end up scattered. It's going to cost you too much in terms of money and stress and time. And you could end up in burnout. So you need this next step in the Monetize process. And that's step 4, align your starting point to now, money now. This gives you focus and answers that question, yes, but where do I start? It takes the overwhelm out of building your business. The big mistake people make when they do all those other coaching programs out there is that has them end up focusing on building something where the money comes in further down the track. So you've got time in building and money isn't coming in while you're building, right? So by focusing on your 2 now, money now strategies, you actually build sales of the rest of your offers in your circle the wagon via the Pareto principle, and you stay focused on bringing in income right now with just 2 income generators that generate now, money now. So focusing on now, money now is going to allow you to build a steady, consistent stream of cash flow, create some leverage cash flow so you have extra money to invest in your coaching, invest in your business, and then start scaling to develop your programs. You're getting paid to do it because money's coming in. This way you can easily reach 100K in 1 year with just 1 now, money now offer. And if you set it up right, and then you can easily get to double 6 figures with just your second offer. And then you also have money to quickly build the rest of your 7 offers, so you start to create that cash flow like a waterfall effect. Making sure they're all servicing the same niche, making sure that you've got the Pareto principle happening and your prices are right and your marketing is set up right, then it's just a numbers game to reach your first $1 million year in a highly leveraged way. And the beauty of this model and focusing on your now, money now first is that you only need to bring people into one product, service or program. And the Pareto principle will build the rest of your income. So the third little known secret to a sustainable, profitable, purpose-aligned business has to do with the other 80-20 rule I mentioned before. And this is the psychology of success. And Anthony Robbins says it best. Success is 20% strategy and 80% psychology. And here's the thing about being a change maker. and aligning your business to your purpose. You're part of a new wave that is fast growing, a new economy, and it's bucking up against an old system. And like any new movement or change, it comes with a significant resistance to change at the collective conscious level. So that's your first hurdle in building up your success psychology, overcoming the resistance to change. And the second hurdle is that money and life mission and purpose aren't natural companions. We've been groomed and educated to think in terms of going to work to make money, not go to work to create a business that's going to make a difference in the world. That's a relatively new phenomenon. So you're naturally wired to make money to survive, not make money by transforming the world. And until you change that wiring, the full magnetic power of your soul manifestation potential is going to be blocked. This will look like you holding yourself back from really getting out there or struggling to get consistent action to grow your business. So you need to consistently remove resistance so that magnetism that you've been building in steps 1 through 4 is fully unleashed. And that's the third part of the formula, magnetize. It's the final step in the 5-step process to align, monetize, magnetize, and it's remove resistance. And when it comes to making money by being on purpose and on your life mission, as I said, it's not a natural marriage. And here's why. So scientists have said that 50% of our brain stores 50 generations back of our ancestral beliefs. So that's why you can find yourself, repeating something that your mother or your father said. And also, regardless of what culture you come from, way back in the ancestral part of our brain are memories that have caused a split in the hemispheres of the brain containing work, money, from purpose and spirituality. So there was a time when godly spiritual endeavors were carried out by the medicine man or woman of the tribe, and the workers did the day-to-day work. So work and spirituality were divided into 2 parts of our thinking and therefore split in different hemispheres of our brain. I call this split brain hemisphere syndrome. So when money was introduced as a reward for work, the work was largely manual labor, and then it got diversified as we progressed. But people now have to get employment to get money to survive. So money's now tied up with this idea of survival in the left logical hemisphere of the brain. Ideas like spiritual purpose, passion, love, what you do, service to humanity are now further separated and operate in the creative right hemisphere of our brain. So this is why we've had generations of people going to work for money rather than going to work to fulfill a greater purpose, and artists and spiritual people struggling financially. It's all in those ancestral belief matrices that we've got stored in our brain. So how do we heal it? Well, because we're actually healing generations of our ancestors' belief structures, the structure of the way the majority of society has been thinking for centuries, it's going to take some intentional energy to shift. You just can't think positive and hope that will suffice. There's very specific things you need to do to disengage from the current inherited belief structures and rewire so you have a happy marriage between purpose, passion, money, and reward. And if you don't do this, you're going to undercharge what you're worth or feel uncomfortable charging for your products and services, or not get what you are worth, not get your true value. You'll hold yourself back from taking bold steps to follow your passion and purpose. You could even get distracted and go and get a full-time job or a part-time job so that you can make money to survive, thinking you'll struggle to make big money in your business if it's on purpose. So bottom line is, not healing this split means struggle. But once you have consistently healed this generational split, then you're going to finally have each day in your business be rewarding, both emotionally in terms of fulfillment and satisfaction. You're passionately engaged, doing what you love and making the difference that you're born to make, as well as rewarding financially with wriggle room to buy all that cool stuff you want, invest, give more to charities, grow and scale your business, retire your spouse, whatever you want to do with the abundance of money you bring in. So also what begins to happen is the full magnetism of your mission blueprint can reach the light of day, and you just get these magical surprise moments that leapfrog your business. You need to have the right wiring, and you need to remove resistance. pretty consistently. And to start doing that, you need to apply more energy to discovering and building your purpose-aligned business than the resistance that is present. And I'm going to say that again. You need to apply more energy to building your purpose-aligned business than the resistance that is present. And the more resistance you have, then the more energy you need to apply. You cannot be complacent or lazy about it. And to remove resistance, you're going to need a toolkit and techniques to actually remove the belief structures. So this is precisely why the 5th step, remove resistance, is all about giving you the tools to remove your own limiting beliefs and resistance. You got to attend to this, otherwise it creates negative magnetism. And because magnetism can work both ways, and I'm sure you've experienced that, right? You've magnetized negative experiences even though you were thinking positively. Now, this purpose to profit formula I've dived deep into here, it works if you follow it. And it's actually relatively easy to put it all together. But the complexity comes at the level of the self-discovery and connecting all the dots together to get the accurate alignment that's going to give you that magnetism and the magical results, as well as that deeper connection to your purpose. And people usually trip up on finding all of their expression modalities and nailing their niche and message and what their big life mission actually is. And then they often get the now money now offers wrong as well and head out down the long and slow path to building their success. And one of the reasons for that is that we're just not trained to listen deep within ourselves and communicate with our soul, as I mentioned. And another reason is that you might not have the business experience, so you need someone who does have that experience. And in all that time that you're trying to figure it out, you're not making the potential money that you could be making, so you're losing money. So you need a process and you need outside insight to help you shape the whole thing so it really flows. I mean, I needed help, and that's just a fact of it. I'm not just saying that because, I'm wanting you to work with me, because I might not be the right person for you. If you're resonating with me, I'm the right person for you. If you're not resonating with me, there's somebody else out there that can help you. But I'm just, I'm telling it like it is, because a lot of people are failing out there, and they're failing because they totally don't get it that you need somebody else's experience to bridge the gap in your own experience. It's just as simple as that. Now, Dean Rawlings said that I dealt with money issues and I've got a lot more work coming in. So here's an example of what happens. You heal that split brain hemisphere syndrome, and he ended up having the busiest month ever, and he's actually gone on to be really busy. He's traveling the world, doing what he loves. He's got a lot more leverage in his business model, and he's in high demand, and he is a healer that's earning more money than most healers. So you can see that this is a business model that works for lots of different businesses, whether you're a healer, a product creator, a social entrepreneur with some sort of social innovation, or a coach, a speaker. This process works for all of you because we're aligning to fundamental laws of nature that are universal and therefore universally applicable. So can you see how this formula might be able to start to get you fast results? You may have some pieces of the puzzle sorted, but when you get all the pieces that go to the align, monetize, magnetize structure, you're going to not only be clear about your direction and purpose, but already fulfilling the purpose, and depending on your starting point, increasing your income. So working with the people that you love to work with, increasing the impact that you want to be making. And if you see where you were at about 60 minutes ago, looking for clarity and a solution to the parts of your business that have been missing or stuck or struggling, you now have a step-by-step formula to get you on the road to rapidly growing your purpose-aligned business so you can see a new reality. It's really possible for you. So the question left for you is, do you want a new reality for yourself today? You came on this training today because you wanted one of two things. You wanted new knowledge to give you some clarity, but you're not really committed to changing your reality just yet because you're not really looking and intending to take action on that. Or you want to change your current reality and have the dream you're working towards, and you're willing to make a commitment to get you there. So at this point, It's really a micro commitment to take the next step to turn that dream into a reality. So if you don't actually want to transform your current situation and you don't want to grow your business, you don't want to be living a life of purpose, you just want to accumulate knowledge right now with no intention of actually taking action, then you can log off right now and there's no issues on that whatsoever. I'm really glad and I'm excited that I was able to give you some more information for your files. But for those of you who do want to change your reality, you do want a new reality in your business, you do want to be making more money and making a bigger impact and solve those problems that you've got, like Lisa and Dean, Katia and Nina did, turning their businesses around relatively quickly, then I'm going to show you something that I believe you're going to enjoy, as it will bring you lasting transformation. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to show you how I bring people to transformation, discover those nitty-gritty details about their purpose and increase their sales by 200%, get them launched globally if that's what they want, growing their businesses within a relatively short time frame. Is that okay with you? Awesome. So I'm talking about my global social entrepreneur training program called Right Mission, Right Money. It helps you get aligned, monetized, and magnetized in a systematic, step-by-step way through training, self-discovery, and mission fulfillment action steps. And this is a program as a result of me finally breaking through my struggle to clarify my purpose and how to monetize it so I could make a big impact and big money. Right Mission, Right Money is also a result of several years of working with clients one-on-one as an intuitive visionary and observing why they couldn't figure things out for themselves, where they got stuck, and then designing and testing self-discovery processes that led them directly to the missing pieces and the information, opening up their mission blueprint to their awareness and helping them bypass the programming or the limiting beliefs so they got it right. And I ended up with 6 modules that all have 3 parts to it, which is the training, the discovery processes that connect you to information on your mission blueprint, then the mission fulfillment, where you implement what you've discovered in your business to get the results. So this course is not about learning a whole lot of stuff and then going out and implementing it like other courses that you've done. It's about working on your business, which you need to be doing on a weekly basis anyway, and implementing what you're discovering so that you can each step of the way from module 1 onwards to get that fast turnaround in your business that my graduates have been receiving. So the first module, clarify your expansion method, and this is where you'll clarify your 5 to 8 primary expression modalities. We're specifically looking for the ones you don't know about that have the greatest magnetism and the greatest passion that will turn things around for you and give you clear direction. Plus, you'll learn what your soul resonance words are so you can use these in your marketing, your offers, your programs, so your prospective clients and customers self-identify you as the person or the product that you're offering as what they need to buy, who they need to buy from. So how you will discover this is through my DNA self-discovery process, which is a systematic step-by-step process of examining all the clues in your current life and in the past that you've obviously missed, dissecting them to fish out patterns and values that lead us to that passionate purpose factor, your primary expression modalities. So this process not only gives us the information we need to clarify your expressions, it also helps bring you into a closer connection to your soul's intuitive guidance. Now, most people generally improve their intuition and greater connection and greater confidence in their intuition doing this process alone. And it's a very powerful process, which is why about 70% of participants get their big results just from this one action step alone. And then in the mission fulfillment part, I'm going to show you how to integrate this into your marketing and your branding and your current messaging and your offers so that you can infuse some resonance in there. Now, for those of you who are in startup mode, don't have your business set up right now, don't have a website, you'll suspend the mission fulfillment part of this module until you've completed module 4. So in Module 2, Locate Your Mission Mojo, this is all the nitty-gritty details of your purpose that we're going to pull out. And I'm going to help you do that by taking you through a process called Take a Leaf Out of the Book of Nature. And that's going to step by step help you discover your life's mission, your big picture of your existence on earth, your higher purpose, the proper niche that you should be in, your niche topics, because you know what your message is. Now, in the mission fulfillment part, I then lead you through a series of creative and implementation processes for you to interweave your life mission statement into your business statement to magnetize it with your mojo. Then we look at your visual communication, see how we can magnetize it with your social good message, your life mission message, and the actual messages that you're here to deliver. And this is going to really increase that congruency factor for you and your magnetism 1,000-fold. Now, Module 3, Establish Your Social Legacy Model. This is where we get down to the nitty-gritty of building your business monetization in such a way that it has maximum leverage, which means you're making more money by working less delivery hours. And then you can take a holiday, you can take time out to write a book or take a sabbatical because money still comes in and your message still gets out. And we want to make sure it maximizes the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, so that you're not leaving money on the table. How are you going to get it so that 80% of your profit will come from 20% of your efforts and 20% of your clientele or your customer base? Now, how we determine what offers will give you this leverage, will help you fulfill your purpose. You're going to walk through my process, the financial formula process that's going to create something to make the world awesome and expand your paradigm. Because if you're not making the kind of money you want right now, you don't have the paradigm that's going to get you there, and time will not change that. An expanded paradigm will. So I'll take you through that expanded paradigm process. And once you've finished the process, it literally pops out the best ways to monetize and sets up your offers. And I'll also give you templates and swipe files of other monetization models so you can see how it works. You're not going to be left in the dark here. You have a lot of guidance coming at you to make sure you get it right for yourself and you're in your mojo lane. And we'll structure your value ladder offers as well. What's ascending and what's descending. And then in Module 4, it's implement, where you start with aligning your starting point to now, money now. And this is where we're going to look at how do you start getting that cash flow like a waterfall effect. And then in the mission fulfillment part, you'll learn how to integrate your primary expressions into your very first circle the wagon marketing strategy. And this is huge because a lot of people say, gosh, there's so much out there. What can I do? It's so confusing. We are going to laser target your focus and show you this is what you need to be focusing on in your social media marketing strategy so that you are expressing your primary expression modalities, you're delivering your message in a way that's going to get response and engagement. And I'm going to give you some swipe files as well on how to market yourself based on your mission mojo and your primary expression. So you can see examples of how other people are doing it, and you can mix and match and just, build your unique pathway forward out of those templates. Now, you and I both know there are going to be some times when you know what you have to do, but you'll hold yourself back from doing it, or you'll procrastinate because there's something else going on in the background of your subconscious mind that could potentially keep you stuck and stagnating. So we're going to start blasting those blocks out of the water here in Module 5, Remove Resistance. So in the training part of this module, I'm going to show you how split brain hemisphere syndrome is present in all of us and how to heal it, plus how to recognize the many faces of resistance and what to do when it shows up. And in the discovery part, we'll look at what is your actual personal resistance profile so you can begin to recognize when you are in resistance and what to do to get out of it. You're going to go through a guided process to start integrating concepts of doing what you love, being on purpose, making money and being richly rewarded, healing that split brain hemisphere syndrome, And in the mission fulfillment part, I'm really excited about this part. You'll go through processes I teach you on how to identify blocks, limiting beliefs and programming, and then systematically dissolve them so that you can get into right action and create that momentum to grow your business. So by the end of this module, you're actually going to be proficient in dissolving your own limiting beliefs. So this is kind of like a course within itself. So is that sounding great? Would you like to know how to instantly identify belief matrices and dissolve them on the spot? Yes? Good, because that's what I'm going to teach you in this mission fulfillment part. So this is worth twice of what you're going to invest in this entire program. So Right Mission, Right Money sets your business up for life. This module here, Remove Resistance, on its own sets you up for life because you're going to be able to remove what's in the way of reaching your other life goals and dreams. It's a 2-for-1 bargain for sure. And at this stage, you've actually completed my purpose to profit formula, but I do like to take you one step further in module 6. And the 7 challenges, 7 solutions. So this is a module that's going to prepare you for what comes next. I've included every aspect of challenges that my previous graduates have faced when they come out of this program to grow their leveraged monetization model, plus 7 solutions that I've found that's going to help you get over the humps fast. It's going to help you keep building that momentum to reach mission accomplished. Now you get access to all of these modules for the lifetime of the program, which means you can revisit and remind yourself year after year without paying anything extra. And I update the processes and the mission fulfillment part as the market changes every year. So I think that's a really good deal that you're not paying extra to get all of that as things change. You can see that this program is not just about discovering your purpose and clarifying your niche, your monetization model. It's actually about building your business and getting into action so that you get those quick results. I'm very big on results because that's where the transformation is. So you won't be learning stuff and then going out and applying it. You'll be applying what you've learned every step of the way with me guiding you through the processes and the implementation steps in the mentoring audios and videos. Now this is Stephen Levy, is a new graduate of mine who had a successful business, but his passion was for coaching people, and coaching is a very difficult business to build from scratch if you've never done it before. But using my formula, he goes to networking events now. He opens his mouth and he gets new clients. Like he's getting about 4 new clients a week. And it's only his 2nd month of promoting himself. So that's pretty phenomenal for a startup. And he says, I've managed to get my coaching business off the ground in a relatively short time frame. I would never be where I am right now without Right Mission, Right Money. It would have taken me 2 or 3 years to get here. So there are so many courses where people leave you, and Nicola's format really handholds you through the whole thing in an authentic and genuine way. And then there's Tanya Allison, who found her unique mojo lane and got her monetization model right. And she says, I walked away with a much deeper relationship with self and a big shift in my relationship to money and absolute awareness on how to monetize my mission. So this is a business personal development course as well. So within 6 weeks, what happened with her, she implemented the Pareto principle, the leveraged monetization model that she built going through my processes, and she started making big money, shifting away from that one-on-one focus and going from earning a small amount of money a week to, a larger amount of money on a month-on-month basis. You're probably thinking about now, well, that sounds great. I'd love to do the program if I can afford it, right? What's it going to cost me? And I'm going to go into that in the very next slide. But first, I want to create some transformation for you right here, right now, because as an entrepreneur, if you want to be successful in your business, you need to get off thinking in terms of whether you can afford something or not and how much things are going to cost, and shift your mind in terms of what's my return on investment? What do I gain if I invest in this or anything for that matter, not just this program? And also, what do I lose if I don't invest? This is so important because I have people who come to my workshops and webinars year after year without ever taking the plunge and investing, and they're still earning the small amount they were earning a few years back. This is very true. They're waiting to be able to afford to work with me or with somebody else. But time doesn't change that, as you'll learn. Mindset shift does. Paradigm shift does. Backed by action, that's what makes the change. So you need to stretch to invest in yourself to change that current financial paradigm. And when you shift your mind to think of what in terms of, well, what's my return on investment? And you see that figure is what you're losing out on if you don't take action, you're going to dramatically change how much money you make and the number of people you reach with your valuable mission. Because you're no longer thinking about loss. You're thinking about return, money that will return to you. Got it? So what is it worth for you to have a highly leveraged business that means you're fulfilling your life's mission and purpose, and you're building a business that makes sure you're making money whether you work, sleep, or play? Put that down as a real dollar amount. Right? Put it down, write it down. What is it worth to you? And if you could take a year off and do other stuff that you love and still have money coming in to pay for your lifestyle, what's that worth to you as a dollar amount? Write that down. This is a very important point of transformation to get here, because that's the amount you lose when you don't invest in getting the clarity on how you're going to get there. How are you going to build a strategy that will get you there? What do you need to do to get there? It's that simple. It remains out of reach day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, if you haven't got the monetization model in place and the strategy that's going to get you there, right? You're just fumbling along, hoping luck and time will change things for you. And you've probably realized, if you look at the past 5 years, that it doesn't change much for you, right? So whatever figure you wrote down, that's not what you're obviously going to be investing by doing Right Mission, Right Money with me. So for what you're going to discover and learn and what you're going to implement in Module 1, you could easily be charged $1,987 for that, but obviously I don't. In Module 2, what it's going to give you and the clarity it's going to give you, that could easily be charged out at $1,987 as well for that module alone. And by the way, these prices are all in Australian dollars. In Module 3, this is easily worth $1,500. Module 4, what's going to happen here and what you get out of this, the laser focus you get, the social media alignment to your purpose that you're going to get, it's easily valued at $987. Module 5, as I mentioned, this is the blocks clearing. This program is very easily valued at $1987. And Module 6, I don't know how to price this. It's really invaluable, but just from a market perspective, I could sell it for $750. So that brings the total value of the entire program to $9,000, and that's without the bonuses. And what you're going to know about me is I don't inflate prices. I always look at the market and I go, well, what are other people charging for what I'm delivering here? So depending on the delivery method you choose and what you're looking at, your investment today is only $987, or you can break that up over 4 payments of $325. Now, if you're already in business with a list and following, you can easily make that back in the implementation part of Module 1. Some of my graduates actually have made it back within 24 hours of registering from the program, because just by moving towards that magnetism of their mission blueprint, they start getting, prospective calls for new clients or new sales out of the blue. If you want more personal attention and know you need to work more one-on-one, you can add 6 private sessions on top of that. And that's $3,400 in total for the mentoring program, the 6 sessions with me, and you get a couple of extra bonuses with this option. Now, I actually only take 3 people on per marketing cycle for this. So if this is something that you want to do, you want to dive deeper into your life mission, you want to dive deeper into your positioning and your branding, which is what I do when I'm doing the private coaching, you're going to want to make a decision pretty quickly to jump on board on that one. And here's just a few people that I've helped rebrand and launch globally. This is Samantha, who just got fantastic congruity with her offer, her lead magnet, her positioning, and how she was going to brand herself. And she's done, this is just a gorgeous website that she's put together here. Peter Fitzgerald is an NRL player who's turned into a sports mindset coach. And we've managed to brand and position him in a way that he looks really professional and is getting some good feedback there. Kate Emerson is somebody that has a lot of products and services out there to offer, and so we needed to reposition them under an umbrella, and so that she's getting great results. And then we've got Stephen Levy, who's from Cape Town there. You can see Table Mountain in the background. He's got a website now, and positioning and branding, as I said, that's getting him clients, every week. Now, if what I've been saying is resonating with you and you've already identified me as the person that's going to help you come to your breakthrough and get business growth and get you moving in your purpose-aligned business, you've said yes through this presentation to the questions I've been asking you, then go ahead and click the offer link in the chat box that I'm going to put there in a few seconds, or the actual offer image that comes up, and register via whichever preferred option you want. And I'll just talk a little bit about the Success Maximizer bonuses really briefly here. If you're taking the private session option, which means you get 6 private sessions with me, you're also going to get a marketing curate to look over your website, your social media, and your messages to make sure that it's better aligned to your purpose. And we're going to do, look at rebranding perhaps if we need to. If you are in startup and you haven't got your website ready, then what we do is I show you a way to get one up really quickly and set your social media up so that you are you're firing in your branding and your positioning. That's valued at $2,000. Plus, you get a free ticket to one of my live events, the Leadership and Legacy version of Right Mission, Right Money. And you've got 2 years to use that. If you can't come this year, you can come next year. That's valued at $1,987. Now, my live events, Leadership and Legacy, very different from anything else out there because I'm actually mentoring. It's more like a business retreat where we get together, we unpack your business with all the other people in the room. It's a relatively small room. There's not hundreds of people in there. And you get a lot of one-on-one. I have some colleagues that I work with on messaging, and we go deep into your copywriting and your messaging, making sure that you're saying things in such a way that are going to make waves for you in your marketing. And then we look at what you've done and implemented in Right Mission, Right Money and retweak anything that we might need to retweak and get deeper value there. Now, according to the exit polls of past participants of that program, they value it at $5,000, but the retail ticket is $1,987. And you're going to get that for free if you choose the private option. And again, it's not a pitch fest like other events out there. It's more like a retreat to unpack your business and really get it humming. Now, everyone, whether you do the private version or not, also gets these maximizer bonuses to help you on your journey. And again, there's this real value, real market value, not inflated value like so many people out there put their bonuses together. I don't think that's cool. I think it's really crap karma to do that. Very dishonest when you're trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. So the first bonus is actually a series of 5 clearing sessions I've recorded that help you overcome the common blocks to knowing your purpose. And there's also the private community Facebook group that has the grads and current participants. And this is where I post quite a lot of tools, marketing tips. Other graduates post tools and marketing tips, tutorials from time to time that are going to help you on your path. And I've actually had a couple of graduates that have become joint ventures and are looking at business partnership from this community, which is really good. So, you could potentially find joint venture partners to help promote each other if you've got similar audiences, but you serve different niches and you can help each other grow your business. That's very valuable. Now, the Mission Mentor Pep Talks training for 12 months. This is each month, very priceless. I am going to be delivering you a pep talk video on the challenges that most people encounter and to help you get over those challenges and remind you what you need to be focusing on so that for a year, every month, you get this short video to just tap in to that purpose, tap into the path and make sure that you're sticking to the track that you need to be sticking to get the results you're looking for. And now, this is a really cool bonus. This is for all participants, including people who have done the private mentoring, and this is $1,000 off the Leadership and Legacy event. So that would bring it down to $987 if you're wanting to attend that. Now you get that for free if you do the private session. So this ticket you can actually give to a partner or a friend or colleague or somebody that you want to bring with you. So that's pretty awesome. And as I mentioned before, in this Leadership and Legacy, we start really focusing on your messaging and your copy, how to put your story together, making sure that we've got your branding statements right. So it's a course within itself, as well as a deep dive into some of the other aspects that you've done in Right Mission, Right Money. So this is huge value here that you're really going to be receiving. So the total value of the bonuses for the private mentoring is $9,000, just over. And then for those of you who are not doing the private mentoring, just doing the training, then the bonuses are valued at $5,000. And let's just have a look at what that looks like. You'll see here the total value of the trading and the bonuses, it's at $14,500, but you're looking at a $987 investment today, or you can break that up into 4 payments of $325. And then if you're wanting to do the mentoring with the training and the bonuses, that values at $22,000, and that today it's only $3,400. And again, I promise you, I've not inflated those prices. That's real market value. So if you're really ready to get a big breakthrough and you want all those missing pieces put together, and you just want to see momentum finally, and being out there, making that difference, making that impact, feeling totally connected to your purpose, and making the money that you should be making, right? Then you can either click the link in the chat box or the offer image that's also there to your right. And for those of you who want to do the private mentoring, and you might want to speak to me a little bit before you make that decision, you've got some questions, then you can go to nicolagrace.com/RMRM, and that will take you to my booking form for that. So really the decision to be made is whether or not you want to plod along for the next few years trying to figure everything out on your own, losing out on the money that you could be making right now and impact that you could be making also by not having it all sorted out, versus just getting it done, having everything in place within the next 6 weeks with guidance from someone who's been there and broken through and has got some processes that are going to help you get it right first time. So let me quickly go over everything that you get here. So everybody gets the training, and these are 6 modules of the Right Mission, Right Money program. You have lifetime access to the upgrades, and you won't be paying anything more from that as I upgrade. And they're broken up into 6 trainings. There's 5 self-discovery processes and 6 mission fulfillment modules, which means you are actually in your business, growing your business as you do this course. It's not an accumulation of knowledge course, although you will accumulate a lot of knowledge. We are building your business. You're going to get swipe files, business models, and more. And these swipe files will have templates that will show you how social media marketing can be done in alignment with your purpose and your primary expression modalities, what to be focusing on in your marketing according to those expression modalities, how people have put their monetization models together, how they've put their primary expression modalities together and integrated them into their business. So you've got a lot of help there and a lot of visual help, so you can massage your answers and discovery that you're getting and feel confident that you're doing it right, that suits you, that you really are in your mojo lane. And then, of course, you've got the 2 implementation calls, one on purpose, one on monetization, making sure that all of your self-discovery is just right and giving you absolute confidence and intuitive guidance. You've got 5 recorded clearing sessions on getting rid of the common blocks to knowing your purpose and being on your purpose. You've got 12 pep talk videos and trainings that go out once a month that are going to help motivate, inspire, encourage you to keep going and deep diving into some of the concepts that you've learned and overcoming those challenges that you're inevitably going to face. You have the exclusive online community that you can be part of, and this is a network of a growing global community of change makers. You'll get extra tools there, marketing tips and tutorials, and possibly even find joint venture partners. And then everybody gets a $1,000 discount off the Leadership and Legacy event. And so if you're doing the private session, you actually get the event for free, and you can give that discount to a friend or a colleague or somebody that or somebody that you want to go with or who can benefit from it. And there's your investment options and price there again. So just give me a moment. I'm going to switch over to live so you can see me. I'm going to start answering some of those questions. If you can put those in the chat box there right now. There is a little bit of delay, so I'm going to get started on answering some questions that I've got in my email. So just give me a few moments to make that switch.